Hey, everybody. I hope and pray that you're doing well. Today, as we come to our word from the word. And today, that word is rejection. Rejection. Now, yesterday, we talked about what God's people were refusing to do. They were refusing to listen, refusing to hear, and then um, even to think about the way that they accepted the falsities and the lies. Here today, we're going to see that they continue to reject, but they're also going to face rejection. And that's what Jeremiah is seeing as he goes through this. And God even says, Jeremiah, I have a special place for you, a special plan for you. And you're going to see, I have you kind of set up as an examiner, as an appraiser of the worth of the people. Now, as you look today, Jeremiah chapter 6, looking at verses 27 through 30 today, he says, I have set you as an assayer in a fortress among my people, that you may know and test their way. They are all stubborn rebels, walking as slanderers. They are bronze and iron. They are all corrupters. The bellows blow fiercely. The lead is consumed by the fire. The smelter refines in vain, for the wicked are not drawn off. People will call them rejected silver, because the Lord has rejected them. Now, he's telling Jeremiah, I've set you as an assayer, as the one that would judge these metals and see what worth they are, what value are they. Now, a lot of times you see this along with discipline. You will see fire along with discipline. You also see the kind of refining fires. He's like, hey, I'm going to heat it up and I'm going to kind of pull that dross off the top. Those impurities, we're going to pull it off the top. The sad thing is, though, is that through Jeremiah here, that's not what he's going to end up doing. What he's going to say is, look, no matter how fiercely the flame is going, no matter how hot the temperature, no matter what we do, there's not going to be any impurities pulled off because the whole thing is impure. He's saying it's so much impurity, the whole thing would go to waste. The whole thing must be destroyed. Now, just think about that for a moment. This gives us an idea and a picture of the overwhelming amount of sin among God's chosen people. Now, just think about that. The amount of sin among God's chosen people. No wonder they were going to be rejected by him. This is not just a rejection that happened every once in a while. This is something that was ongoing. They continued to reject him. As you see, I always encourage you to read, more than just the passages I'm reading. If you read we're going to go through Jeremiah 5 through 9 this week, and you will see this theme over and over again, that look at what I've done for you and look at what you've done to me. It's almost like you hear this, not that God doesn't know, but it's almost like God's asking, what did I do to you to deserve all this? Didn't I do all these things for you? Didn't I always have your best interest at heart? And this is the way you repay me. He said, well, fine. He said, if you're going to bring in foreign gods and spit in my face, then guess what? You're going to be going into a foreign land and wishing and desiring you could get back home to me. But you're going to be in that far and distant land. You're going to have things happen not according to your plans, all because you rejected me. Now, that makes so much more sense when you think about the scripture that reminds us that if we draw near to God, he'll draw near to us. We like to think about that, but I think we forget the part that if we reject God, then he will also reject us. Just as Pharaoh, right? Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and then God hardened it even more. So the more he wanted to get away from God, the more God allowed him to go away. That's a path that we don't want to start on. You think about the apostasy that was true then, the apostasy that was present in the New Testament church, and the apostasy that is prevalent in our society today. But it all starts, like we talked about yesterday, a refusal to hear discipline, a refusal for the truth, and a rejecting of God, as we see today. Rejecting Him, rejecting His word, and rejecting all that He's commanded them to do. So today, if you don't want to be rejected by God, then don't reject Him. Accept His word as true. Don't accept it and then go and live your life how you want to. Accept it, then live it out in obedience. Don't reject Him today, because we want to be accepted when we step into heaven. We don't want, and when we step into His presence, we want to be accepted and told to come on into paradise. Come on in and accept your reward. Not depart from me. I never knew you. Which one of those two will you hear in glory? God bless you. And I pray you have a great, great day.